Sorry, am I not going now? I hope so.
We're live.
All right. Hey, everybody, how's it going tonight? This is Scott Lindstrom, and you're on my dream team. This is Freedom Fridays, and we have tonight a very special hangout tonight because we have an actual dream team in front of us. We have, from my left to your right, Julia Baxter. How you doing tonight, Julia?
Great. Good to be here, Scott.
Okay. We have Natasha Ashley. How you doing, Natasha?
Thank you for inviting. I'm so glad to be here.
Awesome. And we have Miguel Fuentes. How you doing tonight, sir?
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm super pumped. I'm very excited. Not only because we're talking Live the Dream. You know, tonight we're talking Live the Dream. It was absolutely amazing. We were all there. We got a chance to shoot some content. By the way, Keili Raven is with us tonight. She looks like she's having some tech trouble, but as soon as she gets on, we'll definitely introduce her. I mean, I honestly I can't say enough about Julia and Natasha. Like, I pulled out my phone and I was like snuck up on them and I pushed the start button and it was live, and I was like, "What do you think about that?" And Julia was like, "What?" And she just dropped bombs like crazy, and then Natasha did the same thing, and I was like, "You know what? I gotta do something with these ladies. These ladies are super sharp. They're killing it." And I was like, "Holy cow! We're doing a hangout together." So guys, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. Scott does too. So guys, I mean, Scott, what was your biggest takeaway from the event, buddy?
Oh man, you just have to build from event to event. That's just the way it is, you know. I mean, where we're gonna be next event is like miles away from where we are right now. I cannot explain to everybody out there that you've got to get to the events because it solidifies the fact that, you know, this is real. There's real people. This is a real deal, and that you're making the connections. You just never know. You're one connection away from your next $1 million moment. You know, as far as getting the mindset, getting yourself aligned with where you want to be going, and also making the connections, like I said.
Absolutely. How about you, Julia? What was your favorite part?
Oh, it's hard to have a favorite part. It really is. And, you know, if you're in a profession that people say you need to get to live events, it becomes old hat. People say it all the time. And some events aren't that great. I mean, we've probably all been to some events that are sort of, I'm glad I went, but it wasn't like really turning my world on its head. And this event does. This event does. So when we talk about Live the Dream, it's aptly named. And for me, yes, the connections are huge. I mean, that's how we all met. And because we market and see each other online, it's even more meaningful, I think, than a business that you do see each other face to face often. We don't, right? So it's like old home week when we get together. So the connections are great, but I think it's important when you are kind of flying solo all the time. I don't know if you guys feel that. I'm at home working on my business most of the time. I have a network marketing team. Most of them are not near me. So when you're working like a solo artist all the time, you need that energy with other people to fill your cup, and you want every speaker to be speaking right to you, to what you need, to what your business is craving. And I felt that Live the Dream does a better job of that for the niche that it's marketing to than anything else I've been to.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, that was one point. I think I shared this on one of my live videos a while back. Was Jesse Jameson like literally came out and hit me on the head with his content. It's like he could have just pointed at me and said, "Miguel, this presentation is for you, so pay attention." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's reading my mind. Like, did they set this up?" But so yeah, I totally feel you there. That's fantastic. Natasha, how was your event? I don't know. Is Keili connected with us right now, guys? Keili, are you on? Oh, does it looks like we're still having some tech trouble there. Natasha?
All right. Well, we've met, all of us, I think we've met a year ago, right, on the same event, live. And I remember we all promised each other. We were on the stage making pictures, and we were promised each other to come back next and to be on the stage. And we all have different stories, and we can't compare each other to top online marketers or to even to each other because we're all different. But each one of us has unique story. And this year, no matter what story we had, we were on a stage. These people that right now joining us did so much. And I know it's a hard work to achieve rank, and everyone knows how much you need to do to achieve it. But it was so much joy to see all your friends to be on a stage like it was. And that is very, very important to see that we are just real people, who made a decision no matter what, to do whatever it takes to succeed in life. And one of the most important things that, there was so many, but just in this conversation, the major slogan was, I am worthy to success. So if we have guests right now, and if you could just tell yourself, I am worthy to succeed. And that was such a deep, because that is a community of people who empower and push you and gives everything what you can if you have that desire and say yourself, I am worthy to succeed. I'm ready. It's very powerful.
And that was a theme. I think every speaker, maybe a couple of exceptions, most speakers said that really clearly, right? They could have named a theme for the event because of everybody said it.
I absolutely agree. I mean, we have an amazing community. It's just hands down people that care. Now, I mean, to me, one of the finer points in the event was Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Right.
Now, they took a risk in bringing him there. They took a huge risk in bringing a mindset scientist. That's what I call him. He's a mindset scientist because he's not a mindset theorist. He's not a mindset practitioner. He's a scientist. He has theory. He has results. He has graphs of things that say this is how it works. And to bring him there was a huge risk, but the reward over the top. And the reward always is the growth of your community, the growth of the people in the community. So for me, I mean, I love that. I love that they considered what would be best for the community versus what's going to make us the most money. And you could have sold anything. It's the keynote speaker. If you've been to other events, that's the spot where they sell something. That's the spot where you're going to get sold something. But no, it was, let's lead with value. Let's really give something to everybody that's going to make them grow. So, yeah, it was fantastic. I love our community. It's so on fire right now.
Wasn't that interesting that he didn't sell anything? That
Yep.
He didn't sell a workshop, nothing. It was just sort of, here's where you can find Dr. Joe, and you're on your own to go find him. He's not hard to find. But he didn't sell anything, and he charges an awful lot for what he does, and he could have really used that crowd, right? That's not what he was there for. That was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. He could have even been selling books in the back. He
Yeah.
could have sold hundreds of books.
This is what attraction marketing is, providing value. And we already found him itself on his site because we found the value. We reached out to him, and I wake up now at 6 o'clock and try to implement what I've learned from him. So that's what the community teaches: attraction marketing, provide value, and people will reach out to you.
So Miguel, when you were talking to people about Dr. Joe, have you talked to anybody about the experience with him outside of us who were there?
I have not, honestly. I have not touched or reached out to his community. I mean, I went and I met him and I said hello, and you know, I thanked him for what he did and for his presentation, because it's fairly new territory for me, you know. But otherwise, I mean, I haven't touched anyone outside of our community. How about you?
Well, it's hard to explain, right? How do you explain? I mean, I have notes and I will be doing blog posts, but how do you just, in a normal conversation, every one of us said, that was crazy, that was amazing, and then we all, you know, recite in space. But you were sitting, Miguel, you were sitting 2 rows in front of me, and I wasn't staring at the back of your head the whole time, I promise. But there was a part that Dr. Joe said something, and I saw you go, like, I give up. I don't even know what to think about that. That just blew my mind. I saw it, and then you were like this.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's exactly what I'm feeling, because this is taking a lot of concentration right now to understand this neurophysical stuff.
It was work. It was like he was moving so fast.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I have a lot of interest in the mind and people in psychology. Like right now, the thing I'm studying the most, like I'm reading Influence by Cialdini right now, which that book is blowing my mind already. And just so for me to sit there and watch, and you see the, like, oh, well, that's what's going on in my head. You know, you're like, okay.
Yeah, the diagrams of the cells changing. That was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I was like, how do you even get those pictures? How? Like, yeah, I was pretty blown away. Hey, Keili, did you make it on?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Guys, joining us tonight, this is Keili Raven. She's an MLSP certified coach, which honestly, I really hope you get to yes, congratulations. And congratulations on your rank to L3 at this past event.
Thank you.
How are you this evening?
I'm super excited. I'm great. I'm glad that technology is at least partially on our side. so you guys can hear me now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm in a new place, so I just took a trip to Florida, and I was like, yeah, let's do a webinar.
I know how that
but
is.
I'm
I tried to do
super
one
happy
from
to
a
be
hotel.
here with you. Oh, that's tough. So did Julia. Yeah. That's tough.
I had the chance. Well, I interviewed Steve and Rachel on a shaky connection from a hotel room. That was, talk about aggravating.
Oh wow.
Keili came to my room
I
to
can
help
only
me with
imagine.
the webinar. She helped me out, and we did a test just of our faces staring at nothing, you know.
I might need your help for that too.
Well, this is the community we have, right? When else do you go to a
Funny.
hotel and you can just call up somebody and say, hey, I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Thank you, Keili.
So, Keili, I'm just curious, what was
You're
your favorite part
welcome
of the
anytime.
event?
Me, I think Dr. Joe was just so incredible. And it was stuff that was really helpful because I don't know what you guys have all talked about already since I was sort of in and out, but just hearing him, the way that he described, you know, what you do when you meditate, you're nobody, nowhere, at no time, like and you're no thing. Okay, and then to actually be able to experience one with him was really, really incredible. So now I have something concrete, which I do. I'm very, very appreciative of that. And then there's, you know, in addition to all of the wonderful people, like I got to spend some and a little bit with Natasha, and a little bit with you guys, and that was cool. Like, I love being able to talk to people in person because we have such an incredible community. I just love the people.
I agree. The community is exceptional. I've never seen so much love flow through one community. It's like where everybody is celebrated. It's like there's no barriers.
Yeah.
There's no you can't talk to me stuff. It's just it's phenomenal. I love it. So, Keili, I'm just curious if you'll have you picked up any coaching clients yet? Oh, hello? Oh, looks like I lost her.
Kind of bad.
I was just curious.
So
guys, what are your thoughts?
The deal is Ed and the coaching concierge match the clients. Uh-oh, can you not hear me?
Okay.
It's going in and out. Uh-oh. Well, as soon as... Oh, looks like we got a tech issue. It's okay. It happens.
So good.
I don't know if she's coming back to talk or what.
Well, I want to tell if we have someone who listens to us very often, and that's what I had an experience, that you had to be really on your own in network marketing, right? And we think, a lot of us never even have a thought to quit because there is nothing else out there. So we were just like spinning and spinning and we do it on our own, just trying to figure it out. And I've talked to so many people right now. I do a lot of prospecting, and a lot of people have the same feeling, like they will say that, yeah, we're fine, but once you start digging, they're not fine, they're struggling. And there is no need to be by yourself. It just sometimes we need to find the right people. That's what happened to me when I was searching, and I found this community, and luckily it was Ray Higdon who recommended. So for me, his authority was right away. So for those who might listen right now and think, yeah, they do something, well, guys, if you are struggling, the best thing is to find, there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing to fix. It's just sometimes you need someone who sees what the problem is and give a shortcut, and to help, to push, and to have that mentorship and the community. That's what all is about. It's not for business opportunity or anything. Each one of us has separate business. We respect each other and we don't pitch, but we are helping each other and learn from, at the event, we had an opportunity to meet Ray Higdon, Todd Falcone, learn from them, have an interview with them, have picture. I actually was able to have a picture with Dr. Joe, Dr. Joe Dispenza. So it's like insane. You have to really hang out and be with those people who know, and to have a shortcut. There is no need for suffering for so long. Lisa Torres, 18 years. I had 3 years, no progress. I not have thought of quit. So if this story relates, well, how long you don't have to struggle. There is resources, there are a community, and there are tools just to learn what's working.
Can I jump in on that, guys? I think that's an amazing point Natasha just made. Because aside from us feeling like we're working in a silo, those of us who've been in network marketing, especially those of us who've been in a long time, we gain skills. And I know people, you probably know people, who think this online thing doesn't relate. that this whole online community thing, don't know what that is, that sounds techie, I don't know how I would ever build a business that way, my company doesn't like it, or whatever stories we have. And I don't know if we're all in network marketing, but I believe we've all been in it anyway. And some companies are more, accepting of this online thing, but they don't teach it to you, right? I don't know of one company that actually teaches you attraction marketing, which is why this whole community exists. It's why Ray Higdon has a whole career in teaching this. And a lot of the speakers this time, other than Dr. Joe, I think I'd heard them all before and met Todd Falcone many times at GoPro, and I actually know Ray, I think, fairly well, and we all get kind of used to those faces, right? But to people who come from traditional network marketing, if people are watching this and you come from that now, don't be afraid to step into the online world if you have a community of support, if you have people who will teach you really well how to market. And I don't mean just show you how to set up an Instagram account. I mean what we have is systems and tools and an education platform plus the community. So yeah, we had an awesome time at Live the Dream, but it was predicated by an incredible support system, education system that made this make sense for us. We didn't just go to an event to hang out and have fun, although there is that. We went because it brought all of what we learn online to fruition in person. So if you're feeling like I can't do this, or these online people, I'm not sure why I was invited to this, or anything like that, we learned this from exactly where you are. Or I certainly did. I mean, I knew some tech things just from my career in marketing, but it wasn't this. It was not this at all. So if you're feeling like you're not sure why someone invited you to this hangout, know that why we're so happy to be part of this is because we learned it here, and the top-notch speakers from across internet marketing, online, social, like Jesse Jameson, people now in mindset space, people in online marketing and network marketing, come to this event because what we're doing is awesome. That's why. Like, we can get those big names because what we're doing is awesome. There is a shift happening. There's a movement happening. And if you don't believe it, just get on your Facebook and see what's happening.
It's pretty wild. It's insane. The community is just on fire right now. I mean, you can't turn around without seeing someone rank up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really curious with you, Keili, in regards to the coaching, because it just is. I got a coach. I mean, I went ahead and I got a coach. I don't know who that is yet.
Congrats, though.
What's that?
Congrats.
Oh, thank you. I'm super excited. I'm super duper excited. I mean, it's like Natasha said. I mean, to have somebody to, see the stuff you don't know, like help me out in an area that I don't know, and I can almost guarantee if coaching was available, the first day I joined MLSP, I probably would have just done that. Like, the system is great. The tools are great. My learning curve was cut down dramatically compared to what could have happened, me trying to figure this out by myself, for all the nasty Facebook messages I've sent people when it was just me alone sitting in my basement trying to, like, I'm going to message people, and then, like, I go back and I go talk to that person and I see that message in the history and I'm just so embarrassed. I'm just like, gosh.
Creep.
Yeah, like, did I really say that to them? Like, I can't even believe I did that. So, I mean, I'm super excited with the idea of being able to have a coach from day one. If you're brand new to internet marketing, you're brand new to marketing in general, you can have someone coach you from day one. Even if you're on day 1,000, you can get someone to coach you tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that. Keili, what are your thoughts on the coaching program so far?
Okay, so we're all very, very excited about the coaching program. And I know that we're working with Ed, who has so much experience with arranging coaching, like designing programs and also fulfilling them himself. So we're trained by the best guy you can get, and from the beginning, like the whole focus is very excuse me, very clearly been on results for our members. That's it. Like that's where we're focused. That's the whole point from the point of qualification. When someone applies to get a coach, the point is this person of the right mindset? Is this something the person will hook you up with something that won't work with you? And then after that point, the conversation goes on to see that someone is qualified. Then we go to matching coaches with clients based on certain characteristics determined by Ed and the coaching concierge. So you asked me earlier if I'd been assigned any clients, and the answer to that is not yet, but Ed has said, I'm ready to do this. I don't know if you saw his post on Facebook that he's been up working on the matching, so he hasn't had any time to eat. So his daughters brought him some Chinese food. That's real. Ed does not sleep. I don't know how he does it. But I know that there were so many packages that people invested in at our event, and now the task is they've qualified people, and let's match them with the coaches. So we're supposed to be getting matched like as we speak. So last I checked, I didn't have anyone back there, but it's happening now.
I am so excited about that. I really, really am. Like, yeah. I'm like pumped about it. And you're right. Ed doesn't sleep. And
no.
I mean, I'm just gonna put this shameless plug in there. If you guys have been following us, we had the opportunity. She's referring to Ed Zimbardi. If you don't know who Ed is, we had the opportunity to interview him on this hangout when he first got started in MLSP. Like, he hit L2 in like a month or something, or less. I don't even know how quickly he went, but all I know is that I was routinely checking the leaderboards to see who are we going to interview next, and Ed's name just kept coming up. During the interview, and Scott will vouch for me here, Scott, I mean, the dude was incredible live. We had the chance to interview with him, and I was blown away. Scott, tell him how many leads Ed has produced in his career.
Oh, hundreds of thousands.
10 million.
Yep.
10 million.
10 million.
Yeah. I remember when he said that on our hangout, my jaw was like, I was like, are you kidding me?
Do you know when he started in My Lead System Pro, we were in the same group.
Yeah.
You know, when Ed started in My Lead System Pro and we were a part of the same group, he reached out to me to help to get his first $3 commission. He didn't know how to post them, so he asked me how to get commissions from the first $10 trial.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
So, and after that,
then it was over.
You can't take credit after that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm excited? That the system is not just for network marketers. It's really for any business owner. And like recently again, I chat with so many regular business owners and authors and musicians, and we have to offer this system to anyone because it's such a help in branding. No matter what business you have, local mom and pop store, or you are trying to brand and to have your own voice and to have your space and to have your blog. And people are afraid to start. I know everyone says, oh, I need a blog. I know I need to start branding, but it takes your time, so I'm putting that on the back. And we have so many tools and sites and capture pages that could be helpful for any business owners. And I think right now more and more My Lead System Pro is turned into this. So if you are watching us and you are not a network marketer, which is fine, but if you want just to leverage social media and bring your business and learn how to send promotions to your pizza store and get track pixels, I'll just learn that, and that would be helpful. So there is a lot of things to offer for everyone. It's if you're serious about growing your business and use online internet for that.
Yeah, I just did a training on how to share this effectively with real estate professionals. And so you're right, it can be for anybody. You just have to think about who it is you're talking to and what, like all the things we have to choose from, what matches their interests and also matches the pain that they need relieved,
Right.
most.
Absolutely. I totally love that idea, that sentiment of going very generic and helping out all business owners. When you consider the value, I mean, look at it this way. You could hire a social media manager, right, who's going to run all your social media for you. That's $800 to $1,000 a month if you want a good one. Like, learning the skills to actually do this yourself and promote and become, like, it's so valuable. It's so valuable. I mean, honestly, that's if I get asked to be a social media manager, I'm like, okay, it's going to be about $1,000 a month, because that's how much time, like, you're paying for my time, as a marketer. So I mean, it's an incredible value. I'm super excited about that. We've got all the tools, the CRM, MLSP sites. It's just the list goes on and on.
I had the opportunity to hear Keili coach somebody. We were sitting in the hotel lobby with a bunch of people, and I ended up sitting next to Keili and came in a little bit late on the conversation, I think. She's awesome, and I don't think that Ed can take all the credit for her intuition. But Keili, I mean, I saw your coaching come right out really strong, and you know what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Julia.
She has patience. She has integrity. She's laughing about the patience side. It was the tough conversation she was in, and she was patient. She was cool. She made it about what they really wanted, and I mean, if that's any indication of how you're going to be coaching Keili, I want to choose you.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
She's awesome.
That is awesome. I hear you, though. The coaches are super talented. All weekend long I was rubbing elbows with them, especially you get into the little bit late night. You can ask them some questions. They're a little bit loose already. They're ready to go. So
I didn't want to tell you that's what really happened, but
it's an opportunity to get some free coaching if you ask the right question at the right time. Like,
that's true.
I'm just, yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, I had the chance to hang out with Antonio Thompson a bunch throughout the weekend. I kept running into him and talking to him, and after a while of poking at him, he'll let some coaching out. He'll let some free coaching come out a bit. So
poking at him.
This was awesome. Very cool.
So what else did you, outside of Dr. Joe, who did you guys hear something really different from that either put something in a different light for you, or you had heard them before and this time it was different?
Lisa Torres for me, because she spoke about building a tribe, and
yeah.
When you have MLSP, you can choose to build a tribe or not, and I just think that there's a certain power in rallying around the people that join you. As far as folks that use the system, they're definitely referrals. It's not an MLM. It's not building in that same way. But I really like Lisa's approach, that she has a tribe and that it's very clear. And then when she asked who's part of the tribe, I don't know, a good fraction of the room stood up. So if that's any indication as to member retention and people getting results using the system. I mean, they also had a webinar that highlighted members of her tribe because they were killing it. So I thought that was really, really powerful. And it was nice to hear from her, like directly from her, what she's doing.
Yeah, I agree. That was really powerful to hear because we've all been a little curious if we're not in her tribe.
Uh-huh.
And I think, right?
To say the
But
least.
really, it's common sense. It's what we learn in network marketing if you've ever been part of that. And
Sure.
yet, most people aren't applying it in this. And people want community wherever they go. So, yeah, that was really enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from, started to follow Diane Hockman. Diane Hockman is, for those who doesn't know, she is the top affiliate marketer, online marketer in our community. And one thing I learned from her when I started to follow, it's to become a merchant, because we're here for business.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, sometimes we are spending time, it's all cool to learn all these new strategies and everything, but when you don't get result, when you don't have your cash register working right full, it is something that, you know, a lot of people in businesses, they struggle, you know, and then we spend money and we consider it spending money, not investing. But she taught me actually very good, I don't know whether it's on this one or it's already in my head to become a merchant and always, but she just said, if you want to come and learn something, and if you need to invest in yourself to pay, bring 2 people that will pay for your membership. Just bring
Mm-hmm.
people. And that's become a merchant and treat business like a business and not like a hobby. So very often it's all our excuses that we need to spend money, right? We are not spending, we're investing. Investing in coaches, investing in education. But if you like a tool, bring 2 people. It will cover your tool. And it was so simple. And we didn't think about this. But very often now I don't buy tools just to buy out. My first question, can I be an affiliate?
Heck
Because
yeah.
that is, right? It's a business. I mean,
Yeah.
we do it to share, but we sometimes don't think that way, and I took it from her. I think she was the only point that you can make. It's okay to make money. It's okay to make money.
Now I know why you said that to me on the plane. Natasha and I were talking about a tool I use, and she said, "What's your affiliate link?" And like
That's
she was
right.
really like, "Why don't you have an affiliate link? You're recommended it to me. Why don't you have a link?"
I mean, we share a lot, but you know, just because it's so many people struggle when they come. That's why they're looking for the ways to bring, and then more expenses. This is such a plain solution. If you bring a few team members and share and help them, but you helping, it's not like you're trying to sell something to them. It's real help, but it's
Well,
business.
and everybody wins.
It's
You're
everyone
absolutely
wins,
right.
and sometimes you do need to learn how to invest in yourself. It is something that becoming valuable, and it's you need to learn that. I think, you know.
How about you, Scott? What did you find there?
Get a DMO. Get your operation. Do 20 videos a day.
Who said do 20?
Good luck.
I know somebody said that. Who said that?
Keisha Bass.
Keisha said do 20 a day?
She
I
said
know
she
she's in a
does.
10-day challenge.
Oh, is that what she's
10 a day. She's doing 10 a well, she's in the challenge for 10 a day.
Huh. Who did say that?
I think it was Keisha.
It was when they had that panel. They had the panel of people up there, and it was Keisha sitting right next to Aaron Birch.
20 videos a day. Get it done. I did about 16 yesterday.
Huh?
But
Keili, can you share with us what some of those topics were?
oh, my videos?
Yeah.
here's the funny joke. The reason I did 16, it was an SEO strategy. So the topic, like overarching, has to do with MLM company reviews. So I used a tool to determine what keywords are out there that people are searching, but there aren't any videos on,
Okay.
or there are only a few videos on. So then I also applied, let's see, some SEO strategies to the description that I put on YouTube, and I'm only like halfway through. Like the videos are just part of the whole system that I'm working. 15 steps. I got through step 8. That was with videos. So the rest of it, that all has to do with like video ranking. The rest of it is blog ranking. So, but I also paid attention to Rob 4, and I think, and if folks don't know who that is, he is an SEO wizard, and I think a lot of people sleep on SEO strategies. And what's very obvious to me is that you can do as many videos as you want. You can be live all the time, and all of that is cool. But and from a person that has been live all the time, your live stuff, you have to do something with it, or it won't be searchable. And SEO is the best way to be searchable. So I'm just heading in, from the side on SEO. So I can take anything that I've done already and make it a YouTube video and like really get it all SEO ready and put it on my blog and rank both. So that's what I'm doing.
And how long does it normally take you to see leads come in once you rank your videos?
Well, I just started this, so none. Like I literally did the videos yesterday. And
Awesome.
but the reason why I could do so many was because they were about 2 minutes apiece. And I also wasn't concerned with retakes or anything. And the more I did it, the more I think the better they got, the more that I was doing it. I wanted to get 20 in, but I had to catch a plane.
Is it the tool that Bert Bledsoe and Rob 4?
Yeah, I'll send you a link if you want.
I have it. I was watching that today.
Messing around.
Good. This is what I like.
But I started with that, but then beyond that, because I know that certain words like network marketing, I'm not going to rank for today because I don't have an aged blog. It's not an authority site like where Rob can rank for that. But I can rank for other terms that people still search a lot that, might not be as obvious as network marketing. As an example.
As long as you are searchable, whether it's, okay, so live isn't searchable, but there's a way to repurpose that, right?
Absolutely.
But when people are seeing you, I get leads within 20 minutes.
Yeah, you certainly can.
And that's not anything special to me. It's just whoever's watching at the moment.
Yeah. And it can happen, especially like if you're on live video and you've got something, people are there, like you can get leads right away. Absolutely. I just was thinking about, even long term, you can certainly repurpose the videos you've done. It's just not enough to just go live and be done and go live again and be done. And I think that gets left out of the conversation a lot.
That was good to hear, I thought, at Live the Dream, where there are a number of people, we know them, who are live often, daily, and a few people talked about how that's great for immediate engagement, but you still need a blog, you still need lead capture, you still need that relationship. And on live, so far, that's not quite there, so you have to do both.
Yeah. And when you get regular people coming to your live broadcast, you are certainly cultivating a relationship, and that's awesome. But it is nice when they can see you somewhere else, and when you have somewhere to send them.
Yeah.
So that makes it more powerful.
What are we thinking about?
Well, this year I learned actually when we were with Julia on a plane, we had the seats seats next to each other. So we talked
That is so
so
cool.
long, and we talked about tools that we use, right? Because the first year with the system, I spent so much on positioning myself and learning and having all these tools in my toolbox. And a lot of them I use, a lot of them I didn't even open. But there are a few new tools, like one that you, Keili, was telling, and Julia. So by communicating with it's up-to-date tools that you can use it in your business too. But the most important, actually, this year, I realized it's not completely about tools. They could be handy, but it's all right here. And that was, I think, the best in that event for me too. The mindset.
This past weekend, no surprise, is rigged.
Oh, it looks like Miguel's having the problems with his video.
Is
Oh, I
it?
thought it was me.
Am I all? Is it shaky?
Yeah, you might have to disable your video, Miguel.
Uh-oh. That's,
Eh. So, moving right along. Miguel, you there? All right. It's his turn to have technical difficulties.
Can you hear me? I don't think it works unless I have my camera on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Awesome. No.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. I was gone. I got disconnected. Oh.
I need a microphone like Scott has, like.
I know Scott. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Miguel, you're having some difficulty, bud.
Okay. So, one of the things that I got from Live the Dream, who surprised me the most was definitely Ray Higdon. Like, seeing him many times, Higdon talk a lot. Like, not only on video, in public, I've seen him just really bring, and this time, no less, the fire. I've never seen anything like, especially him, just right at the end, and just reveal some stuff.
Okay. I think what Miguel's trying to say is that Ray Higdon went ahead and just brought it. I mean, he was on fire the last 10 minutes of his talk. Who felt that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think he knew where he was going to take that, because it was about 15 minutes before he said, "You now have my permission to live stream this."
Mm-hmm.
But he was feeling the crowd, because he said things to people personally in the crowd, pointed at them and knew their story, and used that for the power of what he said.
I kind of felt like I was in school and you were getting reprimanded by the teacher.
But it was good.
Yeah, it was in a good way, trust me. Sometimes we just need the verbal permission or a verbal kick in the butt in order to get on track. So that was my greatest takeaway, I guess, from the entire event, was that I kind of realized some of the things that I need to be doing in my business, and it's just right there in front of your face, and it's just obvious what you need to do.
One of mine was Todd Falcone, because I've heard him a few times. Maybe you guys have too, or you're certainly familiar. Fearless Networker, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gave us 8 uncommon sense tips, right? And what I loved was, even though he doesn't come from online marketing, he does it. He has a great website now, and he does a different way of lead gen as well as online, right? But he said 8 different things that apply to any business. You know, when Natasha was saying how MLSP is a community for people to learn business skills and certainly grow their online presence, he gave 8 things. Decide you're going to do it. Work like you're going on vacation tomorrow, which was awesome because we all know what that feels like. Yeah. Practice your craft daily. Ownership in all that you do, in and out of business. Be genuinely interested in people. We still do that online. Make it your habit to do what you said you'd do and then some. Love that. Work outside your comfort zone more often and be cool to people. And if we only followed those 8 things in everything we did in every business, there's no way that you can fail. I loved that although he doesn't come from an online world specifically, everything he said applies to an online practice.
Awesome. So, final thoughts as we're approaching the hour mark. Natasha, you got anything for us?
Well, I really learned the same, looking at everyone, who is doing. I was really listening, watching. Julia is doing a live. I'm doing live. But it is something that you need to get out of a comfort zone. And everyone would say that money are where you need to get out of a comfort zone. So for me was prospecting and talking to people. I was expecting just automation. But I'm having fun with that now. But my recommendation, like it was really from everyone taps on it. The money is, and the next breakthrough is where you feel so uncomfortable of doing. You just have to do it. And these people, wonderful people next to me, if they do it and they support, and Julie saw me making a Periscope, and sometimes I'm nervous if someone understands me, which I really don't care, but I just do it anyway, and she would always jump and support and say, yes, so this is a power of a community to do the business the right way and attract people to you, no matter what nationality, what level of you are, what business you have. And that was my really, one of the final thoughts, because that is like call to action to start doing something that you are not comfortable doing at all, but you have to do it anyway. Something like that.
Amen. Awesome. Tell it like it is. Miguel, are you with us now?
It's frozen.
He's frozen. Keili, final party. What do you got? Okay, you agree too.
No, I said I feel his pain.
Oh.
You know, I am just so thrilled to have been at Live the Dream this year and last year. There's something incredible that happens there. It only punctuates the notion that it's super important to get to events. Talk about how much they really fuel you to go to the next thing. You know, you come back totally fired up, ready to crush whatever you're doing, and then you come out of it. You know, if you approach it appropriately, you come out of it, you know, having talked to some amazing folks, having some new friendships, renewing some relationships, and then, you know, anything can happen from those. You can have like you guys. I don't believe you knew each other before MLSP, but you've got the dream team going on, you know, and you can have partnerships and stuff just like that. So that's what I got. You know, I just think go to the event and take it all in and prepare yourself before you get there. Like, set your intentions for what you want to get out of it, and you'll leave having done it.
Awesome. Julia, what do you got for us parting wise?
That's a great point that Keili made. Go with your intention clear instead of just floating through. I did a live video today, maybe yesterday, about how shocked I was that there were people around me who weren't taking notes. Those people will not be able to implement anything they learned if they learned anything at all. And that's part of an intention. We go with the intention of learning and teaching. So whatever event you go to, imagine that you're a leader. If you are a leader of one, you're still a leader. Imagine you are going to have people to lead. You will need to teach them. So come into it with teacher's ears, not student ears. Record everything you can and put it to work, as Ray Higdon says, invest, learn, teach, and do it fast, because the next event will be here before you know it.
That's right, and we had the opportunity just this last Wednesday to go ahead and get our tickets for Live the Dream 8. So I know I got mine. I'm going VIP this year. So
VIP is the way to go.
That's it.
So I want to thank everybody for coming on. I appreciate you. I know that you have technical difficulties, but hey, we managed to make it happen. I appreciate that. And Julia, I want to start with you. How can folks get a hold of you if they want to connect with you?
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me, guys. This was fun. My blog is InsideTheJewelBox.com. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/InsideTheJewelBox. That's the best way to reach me.
Awesome. Keili, thank you for coming on tonight. How can folks get a hold of you?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I've appreciated it. Sorry about the tech issues, but I'm glad we worked it out. So really putting in my name, Keili Raven, Keili. You just got to get the first name right. KeiliRaven.com is my blog, and then if you just put my name into Facebook, you'll get both my personal and my fan page. I'm the only one. So those are some good ways. I do a lot of communicating on Facebook.
Awesome. And Natasha, thank you so much for coming on tonight with us. I appreciate you. How can folks get a hold of you?
Well, thank you for you guys to invite me here and hang out here. My blog, well, probably is the easiest. It's on the Facebook, facebook.com/forward Natasha's Gem, Global E-Commerce Marketing, and blog natashasgem.com. I'm everywhere. Natasha's Gem, not what you eat, but GE.
Not the jam. Jam.
Yes, it's crazy Russian. The comedian, he said, it's not her gem that you eat, it's GEM.
Awesome. Guys, you guys rock. I can't wait to see you all the next Live the Dream. I appreciate you again. And this is Scott Lindstrom signing off tonight. Appreciate you, and good night, everybody.
You look all professional. Good night.